Hello, fourth form, how are you? Today we're going to finish reading Nate the Great and the Sticky Case. I said goodbye to Annie. Sludge and I walked home slowly. It was a good walk. There were raindrops on the tree leaves. We saw ourselves in puddles. We sniffed the clean air. We saw a rainbow. At home, I made some pancakes. I gave Sludge a bone. We ate and thought, where was the Stegosaurus stamp? Nobody knew, but the stamp was gone. This was a sticky case. I, Nate the Great, was stuck. Then I thought, perhaps there is something different about the Stegosaurus stamp. Perhaps I should think about the Stegosaurus instead of the stamp. Suddenly I, Nate, felt great. I had pancakes in my stomach and a good idea in my head. Wait here, Sludge, I said. I have to go look for information. I went to the museum. I saw a Stegosaurus there. I had to look up, and up, and up. The Stegosaurus was big. He was bigger than Fang. His smile was uglier, but he could not move. He could not do anything. I, Nate the Great, was glad about that. I learned about the Stegosaurus. He was a giant lizard. He lived a long time ago. He had 2 brains. I, Nate the Great, wished that I had 2 brains and that one of them would solve this case. I walked home. The signs of rain were gone except for some puddles. I thought hard. What did I know about the Stegosaurus stamp? I knew that Annie and Rosamond went to Claude's house and saw the stamp. Then it rained for a long time. I knew that after the rain stopped, Pip went to Claude's house and saw the stamp too. I knew the stamp had been at the edge of Claude's table. I knew it was not in Claude's house now. How did it get out and where was it? Seeing the big Stegosaurus had not helped the case. Perhaps I had been thinking wrong. Perhaps I had forgotten that there are 2 sides to every stamp. Perhaps I should think about the sticky side instead of the Stegosaurus side. Think sticky, I said when I walked inside and saw Sludge. Sludge was licking his dog bowl. He had not been much help on this case. Or had he? I remembered when Sludge tried to lick the sticky side of a stamp. Sludge's wet tongue would have made the stamp very sticky. A very sticky stamp sticks. Suddenly, I knew that Sludge was a great detective. He knew that the sticky side of the stamp could be important. I, Nate the Great, knew that anything wet would make a stamp very sticky. I thought of wet things. I thought of drips and drops. I thought of rain. When Annie and Rosamond went to Claude's house, it was not raining. But when Pip went to Claude's house, it had been raining and stopped. Raindrops were on the trees. Puddles were on the sidewalk. I, Nate the Great, thought of puddles. I thought of Pip stepping in them. I got a stamp from my desk and put it on the floor. I went outside and stepped in a few puddles. Then I went back inside and stepped on the sticky side of the stamp. The stamp stuck to my shoe. The same thing must have happened to the Stegosaurus stamp and Pip's shoe at Claude's house. Sludge had given me the clue I needed. Now I knew that I had to see Pip's shoes. We went to Pip's house. I rang the bell. Pip opened the door. I looked down at his feet. He was wearing slippers. "Where are your shoes?" I asked. Pip looked down at his feet. He opened his mouth. Then he said, "My shoes were all wet from the rain. After I left Claude's house, I swapped them for a pair of dry slippers at Rosamond's yard sale. I took the slippers off the swap table and put my shoes there." "Thank you," I said. Sludge and I went back to Rosamond's yard sale. We went up to the swap table. "The sticky case is almost over," I said. But Pip's shoes were not there. Rosamond came over. "I hope you don't want to swap your cat hairs," she said. "I want Pip's shoes," I said. "Where are they?" "I just sold them to Annie for 10 cents, Rosamond said. "It was my big sale of the day." Sludge and I ran to Annie's house. She was outside with Fang. I saw 2 shoes. One was on the ground. The other was in Fang's mouth. "Are these Pip's shoes?" I asked. "They were," Annie said. "I bought them for Fang to chew." I, Nate the Great, saw the bottom of the shoe Fang was chewing. Something small, square, and dirty was stuck to it. At last I had found the Stegosaurus stamp. But I, Nate the Great, knew that finding was not everything. Getting was important too. I thought fast. "Show me Fang's Stegosaurus smile," I said. "Smile, Fang," Annie said. Fang smiled. The shoe fell to the ground. I picked it up. I, Nate the Great, peeled off the stamp. The case was solved. We took the Stegosaurus stamp to Claude's house. The stamp was dirty, sticky, icky, and ugly. But Claude was happy to get it. Sludge and I walked home. We were careful not to step in any puddles.